welcome to the Sandbrook Adventures, where we are so excited because in a few days' time we are going back to Florida, and this time we're taking George with us, and it's going to be so exciting. We cannot wait. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be showing you everything that we are packing for us two and for George. George is 3 months old now. I can't believe how fast the time has gone. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you everything that we're packing in this video with a baby as well, because you do need a lot of stuff. You need the nappies, you need the wipes. There's so much extra stuff that you do need to take when you are going away with a baby. So I'm going to show you all of that. Now, if you head over to Theme Park Worldwide, you're going to be able to see everything that we get up to and all the vlogs over from Florida. We're going to be visiting Universal, we've got Halloween Horror Nights, we've got Disney. It's just so exciting. I always love going to Florida, and taking George for the first time, it's just going to be so special. So we cannot wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get going, and I'm going to show you exactly what we are taking on this trip to Florida. So this is all the stuff that we are going to be taking to Florida. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go section by section, case by case, and show you exactly what we are taking for this trip, because obviously we are traveling with a baby. So we've got all the milks, we've got the nappies, we've got everything going there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to digest it all down, talk about what we're taking, how we prepare stuff while we're away, and go from there. So first of all, I'm going to be starting off with this side of the case. Stuff is very much mixed match to be able to fit everything in. Because we have got a lot of stuff. Normally me and Sean travel with hand luggage. We normally go very, very, very small, whereas this time we are traveling with a lot of stuff, but we're going to just go for it and hope for the best. So I've got my washing up bowl. So this is for the cold water sterilisation that we use for cleaning George's bottles. So I'll wash them in here, wash all this out again, and then I use the Milton sterilising tablets to be able to clean the bottles, which works really well. Obviously I can't take my steriliser with me because it's too big, so we can't take that. So if you are travelling with a baby, or you're looking at travelling with a baby and you're thinking, how am I going to sterilise the bottles? You just get the Milton little tablets. I've got them packed in here somewhere. Fill this up. This is a 5 litre tub. Fill this up with water. Wash them as you normally would with fairy liquid, stuff like that, so they're nice and clean. And then you can submerge them into here for about 15 minutes. And then anything over, you can just leave them in. You don't need to take them out straight after 15 minutes. And then they are ready to use, and they are sterile. This has just been really good, and it's just really handy. But this just pops out. She says it just pops out completely, and it just turns into like a proper washing up bowl, which just works really well because it is collapsible. So we've got that. What else have we got? I have actually taken 8 of the Aptamil formulas. Now you might be thinking, Charlotte, why are you taking 8? I just do not want to run out while we're over there, because we won't be able to get this formula in America, and this is the one that George has. We've been using this ever since he was born, so I have packed 8 because I don't want to run out. We average using one of these tubs every 3 days. So after 3 days, I've worked out that we maybe need 6 into 7, but I'd rather have the extra and just bring them back than run out while we're over there and be like, oh my God, we've got to go and try and find some milk that he's going to be okay with. So we have got 8 of those. I've took 4 packs of nappies, so we've got about 160 nappies. You can buy nappies over in America, but I was looking on Walmart's website and there was like $50 for nappies. It's crazy. So I've got those. In here I have got the classic, you can't go to Florida without the squeezy oranges. So these are the squeezy oranges that we use. We take our own water bottles with us, fill them up in the parks from the Coke Freestyle machines and stuff like that, and then just add a little bit of orange to them, and it works so well. These are the Milton sterilising tablets that I was talking about. They just come like this, and you just pop those into water. We've got some wires for charging some portable fans and George's white noise machine. I have got some sponges for George so that we can give him a wash while we're there. And I've also got some spare batteries because I've got a few bits that are battery operated that we're going to need. So I have got those. We have also got, this is George's first visit badge. Now, when we was at Walt Disney World earlier in the year, this was before we announced his name, we actually had this done. So you can, at Walt Disney World, you can have personalised badges, personalised ears and everything like that. So I went in and I got George his first visit badge. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to the pram. And it's just going to be so cute for George's first ever visit. I've got 6 packs of wipes. We just have the Mamiya wipes from over here. We just have the Mamiya wipes from Aldi. These work really well. The best wipes I've used. I've tried so many different wipes, but these are the best wipes. So I've got 6 in here, and then I've got 2 in George's changing bag. I've got a spare Rappicool. I've got a Tommee Tippee one, but this is one of the newbie ones, just in case mine breaks. I just don't want to risk it because I use this all the time for making formula, because again, got to make those over there as well. So these work a treat for in the parks and stuff like that. I've got all of George's clothes in here. So we've got swimming costumes, we've got vests, we've got hats, we've got everything for George is all in this section. So we don't have to worry about that, all of his clothes, but we will be washing while we're out there. So I haven't took as much, even though George has got more clothes than me. So we've got that. Got some sanitary towels because, you know, you need them. And that is the one side. So we're going to go on to the other side now. So in the other side, we have got my clothes. So we've got my clothes. And I can only actually fit 2 pairs of ears in my case because my case is that full. So I might buy a pair over there because we're not going to have the milks, we're not going to have the nappies, we're not going to have the wipes to come back with, so we're going to have space in the cases. So I am just taking the classic Ratatouille ears. I actually got these at Disneyland Paris, and I just love these, they're so cute. And the classic Slinky Dog ears are going to be coming as well. These are some of my favourite ears. Everybody in the park loves them, and I think when I've got them on my head, George is just going to be looking at them and being like, oh, it's so cute. So I am taking Slinky Dog. I've got more nappies. And we've got 2 of these fans. Obviously, it gets very hot, very humid in Florida. We want to try and keep George as cool as possible, which we will be, like going into buildings when one of us is on rides, making sure we get them used to the AC, sitting inside, not sitting in the direct sun. We have actually got a new pram to take to Florida with us, which has got like a UV protection on there with the sun, which is going to be really nice. Got one of the new Jolie prams, so that's going to be a lot better. But we did buy 2 of these fans when we went to Austria a few weeks back. We tried them out and they were fantastic, but we've got 2 in case one of them does break, because these fans work really well. They just attach to the pram and they work fantastically. So we've got one of those, and we've got another one in the other case, and I've got my pajamas in there and also the toiletries. One thing I do recommend if you are traveling with children, or also if you are traveling just as a couple, split your cases out. I haven't put everything all in one case, just in case one case doesn't make it. I've got milks, nappies, wipes in the other case as well, so it's evenly distributed, because the worst thing would be if my case arrived and I'm like, all of George's stuff is in one case and I haven't got anything, whereas at least with this, I've split it out between, which works really well. I've also got some pyjamas in that side of the case as well. And yeah, so that's everything in this case that we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over and move to the next case. And here is the next case. So this case we have got, so in here we have got something really special. So I'm not going to show everybody because this is quite a surprise. When you go to Walt Disney World, trying to locate a pram is just going to be a nightmare. So we have got one of the personalised signs to put onto the pram, which I am so excited to put on. I had this made on Etsy and it's just so cute. So I can't wait to pop that onto the pram. It's just going to be so, so cute. I've also got these. These are the Actimel ready-made milks. These are a saviour for flights because they're just so easy. Literally open these, pour them into the bottle, and they are ready to go straight away. So I bought a box of 12. I've got 6 in my case for George, my little bag that I'm going to be taking onto the flight. And then I've got 6 in the case for when we come home on the flight back. I've got some spare bottles as well, because when on our last day, I've got 8 bottles in total, but if I've been using them throughout the day, I'm not going to be able to sterilise them for coming home because we're going to be coming home on the flight. So I've got some extra bottles and then I can just sterilise them all when we do get home. I've got a bottle brush for cleaning the bottles, UV umbrella. This is brilliant. Stops the sun from getting on you, which is great. I've got a travel kettle. I have took this one, but I will be going to Walmart when we get there, Walmart or Target, and buying American kettle when we get there, because this kettle, as much as it's great for traveling because it's a dual voltage one, it takes forever. I have to boil it 3 times to fill my flask up and it just takes so long. So I'm going to go to Walmart, go and get a proper kettle while we're there, and then I can bring that back so that when we travel to America in the future, I've always got that kettle with me. And then in this pocket, I've just got some extras in here that we've got. So I've got some wash tablets for washing. I've got George's hair and body wash, nappy wipes. I've also got some little swimmers because it's going to be the first time that George is going to be going in the water. We've got him a pool float, but that's coming tomorrow, so I need to get that into the case as well. But I've got him some little swim nappies, which will be really cute. Got some dryer sheets, bug cream. I've got some fairy liquid for cleaning George's bottles, shampoo, etc. And then I've got all of my other toiletries in the other case because we've got a lot. So we've got loads of those. The good thing is you can wash when you're there. When we get down to Disney, I'll be using the wash facilities there because they just work so well. And it means you don't have to take as much stuff because you can wash while you're there, which is a lot better. And then in the other side of the case, we've got all of Sean's clothes, more of the milks, more bottles, spare shoes, spare Crocs, and that's that. So case-wise, that's everything. The only thing that's got to go left in is stuff that we need, like right now, that can't go in the case at the moment, toothbrushes, everything like that. They've got to go in. I've got George's bag, so I've just got to put the last few bits in there on the morning. And then there's a few bits. George's sleep bag's got to go in. His white noise machine's got to go in. His baby carrier has got to go in. But apart from that, I think that is everything that we are going to be taking. It's a lot, but it's everything that George needs. We've got everything that we need. And coming back, we're not going to have a lot of the stuff because all of these milks are going to be gone. But yeah, we're very, very much excited to get back to Florida and see George's reactions. He's very much more alert now. So we can't wait to meet Mickey Mouse and stuff with him. It's just going to be super cute. I just also want to mention, this is George's nappy bag. So this is the one that travels with us all the time. This is actually a brand new one because my other one has had a lot of use and the straps have actually broken off. So I've got a new one that hasn't got to go on my back. And in here I've got nappies, wipes, nappy sacks. I've got everything in here, spare set of clothes. I've got George's headphones that he's going to need as well, because obviously when we go to Disney for the fireworks, you can get the little headphones, so I've got those. So everything that we need for the flight will be in this bag. Spare clothes in case, you know, you have any blowouts or anything like that on the flight. He's got a changing mat in there as well. All of his milks, everything that we need for the flight is going to be in this bag, and it's with me the whole time, and it can just go over my shoulder, which is really good. But yeah, I can't think of anything that we are forgetting. I've also got his dummy steriliser and his nail kit as well in the cases somewhere. But I can't think of anything else that we have forgotten. I know that if you do forget anything major, you can go and buy it whilst we're out there. But I think we have packed very well, hopefully. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get these cases all shut up, and then we're ready to go to Florida. So another thing that we are going to be taking with us is we are going to be taking a car seat. We are actually going to be flying with Norse, and you are allowed to check in a car seat for free. So we're going to be taking our own car seat, because sometimes when you're relying on Ubers, if they haven't got car seats or anything like that, we haven't got to worry because we have got a car seat with us that we can just check in with Norse. And then we've got our pram that we'll be able to take all the way up to the gate, and then they will take it off us when we get to the gate. And then we will see it when we're out in Orlando. So there we go. The cases are all packed and we are ready for our trip to Florida. We are so excited. And like I said, if you go over to Theme Park Worldwide, you'll be able to see everything that we get up to whilst we are out in Florida. And we cannot wait to take you along for the journey. I hope you enjoyed this packing video because it has been a lot. We have got a lot of stuff, but it's everything that we're going to need for the 2 weeks while we are there. So thank you very much for watching and have your own adventures. Bye guys.